LEGO have just dropped the press release for the 28th Ideas set in the lineup, Dinosaur Fossils. In this video, I'm going to take a look at the set versus the original submission and let you know what my thoughts are. My name is Dan, and let's go and take a look between the bricks. So set number 21320, Dinosaur Fossils, will be in LEGO stores and online, available from November the 1st, 2019. This set is going to retail at $109.99 New Zealand dollars. As you can see here from the front of the box art here, you're going to get 3 dinosaurs. A Tyrannosaurus Rex, a Triceratops, and a Pteranodon. There's also a skeleton and a minifigure and a few accessories included. The first thing you notice on the back of the box is the measurements of the size of these models. The press release stated that the models were built in 1/32 scale. The Tyrannosaurus Rex measures in at 39 centimeters from tip to tail and 17 centimeters tall. The Triceratops is 27 centimeters long and 13.5 centimeters tall. The Pteranodon is 13 centimeters from wingtip to wingtip and also from tip to toes. One thing I'd like to touch on before moving forward is that this was not the first dinosaur fossil set to have been submitted as an idea. This one here was submitted in 2014 and reached the 10,000 votes required. However, it was not approved to be made into a LEGO set. There has been a multitude of other sets that have been submitted that either haven't got the support or have expired over time and have not been made into sets either. Taking a quick look to compare the original submission with the LEGO Ideas set for release, if I put myself in the position of the designer, I really don't know how I would feel about what LEGO have done with the idea. It's gone from 5 models down to 3. Only one of the original 5, the Triceratops, was actually carried over into the Ideas set. The color is a complete change from tan to white, and the look of the original submission is very skeletal, very fossilized looking models, whereas LEGO have gone with a clean, white, almost multicolor look by having to introduce other parts. Now, I can understand that some of that is probably due to parts availability in certain colors, but in my mind, the LEGO Ideas set does not look as skeletal, and it looks slightly more fuller and probably slightly more bulkier than the original submission. I would wonder whether the original submitter of the set would be sitting at the release signing boxes as the designer, really feeling like they designed this set. It is such a departure from the original. I really feel for the original submitter of the Ideas set. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure that he is absolutely ecstatic to have his name against a set that's going to be sold across the world, but I can't help but think there would be just a little bit of sadness that they didn't either stick with the color or maybe even stick with 1 or 2 more of the models. Okay, so let's take a look at the models one by one. First up being the Tyrannosaurus Rex. As I said before, they just look too bulky for me. They don't look skeletal enough. Whilst they have elements of the skeleton there with the claws and the ribs, there's just too much bulk for what I would consider to be a skeleton. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, I think, is probably the worst one in the sense that there is bricks essentially inside of its chest cavity. And I really don't like that. It should be hollow. There shouldn't be anything in there because that would have all been soft tissue and organs. And it needed to be slightly more skeletal. The legs are far too wide. There's way too much bone going on there. And in my opinion, it's just, it's lacking in something. The Triceratops is very similar to the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the sense that the legs, especially at the ankles, are way too bulky in my opinion. I can understand why it's been done that way for strength purposes, especially since these models are quite large, but I still feel that it is not skeletal enough, and maybe somehow or rather a little bit more refinement would have improved these models somewhat. I'm not sold on the multi-colors of things in here, so the white is okay, I guess. The tan, potentially, but then you've got the grey and the dark grey. Again, you know, they could have recolored some parts here. Maybe that was a missed opportunity. Maybe it could have been designed slightly different. Not entirely sure, but as it stands with the pictures, I'm not totally sold on the idea. The Pteranodon, as far as I'm concerned, is the best model. It works perfectly, apart from those light bluish grey hinge pieces. But as you would expect across the leading edge of the wing, there's no other bone structure in there, which is good. I like the fact that the legs and the body and the head is all quite skeletal, and in my opinion, this is probably the best one out of the lot. There are a few minor accessories that are included in this set. The box, the egg, a couple of bones, the book, of course the coffee mug, everyone has to have the coffee mug, and the magnifying glass. Now notice that there is tools in his hand and off to the left there. I'm assuming that you'll get a full toolkit as you usually do with Lego sets, so look forward to getting some spare tools. I'm not sure whether you would consider this to be a minifigure or not, but you get an entire skeleton that has a wide brimmed hat. I guess you could put the hat onto the minifigure if you wish, if he was outside digging around for fossils. They've named this little character Lego Sapiens, which I think is quite funny, and a play on Homo sapien, meaning human. There is only one minifigure included in this set, which is this gentleman here with a tan top with double pockets and what looks to be dual molded legs. I'm not entirely sure whether that is a exclusive print for his face, but in saying that, I do like the torso. The torso could work quite well in any other format within the city. It could even be used as a uniform top for a courier driver or UPS driver or anything like that. So when it's all said and done, I feel like this is a bit of a culmination of different idea sets that have been submitted over the years. What I would like to know is, what do you guys think about the departure from the original submission to the set going to be released? Feel free to comment below whether you like it, whether you hate it, whether you'll be getting it, and how you feel about that differentiation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.